So in the last week on Twitter, we got quite an interesting tweet from @DesMoinesGhost.
Yes,
I am
we did.
a ghost on Twitter. It came completely out of nowhere, and we totally spaced on mentioning it last week. So I thought we'd better mention it at the top of the episode this week.
Yeah.
And it may not be proper, but I've started to add either bacon or hot dog to my beans on toast.
It's probably not proper, but it sounds
it
fucking
sounds
delicious.
Amazing, doesn't it? I've not tried it yet.
You get the jars of sausage and beans, don't you?
Yeah.
With the kind of little Frankfurt, miniature Frankfurters.
Pork and beans.
Pork. I don't know where that's from, but it makes me laugh.
Frank and beans.
I don't know where it's from, but it makes me laugh because it sounds funny.
It's a Ben Stiller film, I think.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. I've been doing the size of the sausage. I've been holding my fingers here. Look on YouTube. You'll see me. I've just been sitting like this for ages. About an inch. But yeah, you get the jars of those, the Heinz sausage and beans.
Yeah.
And they are really nice. So, and adding bacon to anything makes sense. Although, is it bacon?
Here's
the age-old conversation with Michael.
The Americans before, haven't we?
Is it bacon? Is it real bacon, or is it like jerky bacon or whatever you want? It's
thin, horrible stuff.
Rashers instead
you want
of
it thick and meaty.
Yeah, you want a nice bit of fat. But either way,
anyway,
crumble some bacon into the beans.
Yeah, maybe crumbled bacon would be.
And
nice.
Did he say hot dogs or did he say sausages?
Hot dogs.
So
yeah.
it is Frankfurter. So slice that up, chuck it in. Yeah, I'm hungry for some.
So am I.
Beans, bacon, and sausage. Hot dog sausage on toast.
So thank you for that serving suggestion. I'm a ghost on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, normally I just have cheese with my beans on toast.
Yeah, sprinkle a bit of cheese over.
No, I put a layer of cheese underneath.
Oh, so do like a cheese on toast and dollop the beans on top.
Yeah.
That sounds nice. Yeah, see, I'm one of those when I have like jacket potatoes, I will grate some little bit of cheese over the top. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheese pretty much adds that extra zing to anything. I couldn't. It helps.
Yeah, cheese is good, and it's bad because I'm slightly lactose intolerant anyway, so I've got to be very sparing with it.
Yeah.
Yesterday, actually, Liz and I tell you what.
Yeah.
Slimming World, which is sort of Weight Watchers. I don't know if it's everywhere. I don't know if it's a UK thing, but it's like Weight Watchers. Slimming World, their recipes are fucking delicious.
Really?
Like yesterday, it's a healthy meal we had was homemade burgers with homemade potato wedges, and we had like this relish that I made as well, and it was fucking Liz put a picture up of it on Twitter yesterday.
Oh right.
It was amazing, these thick burger patties and these big chunky wedges. It was fucking like paprika potato wedges, so you sprinkle the paprika on it and chuck it in the oven. It's great meal. I'm really hungry.
Is she on a bit of a health kick for the wedding, obviously? Or?
Yeah, I mean she has been anyway. I think after she had Chloe, she never got back down to where she was, and she's very close to it now. But now she's kind of doing workouts as well. So she's not only is she kind of losing the weight, she's actually getting stronger as well, healthier. Yeah, she's doing really well.
When I came over to yours last week, I noticed that there has been a difference since we started doing the podcast, at least. And, I don't know. It'd been a long time since I'd actually seen her.
But yeah, because we came up here a couple of weeks and we had a week off.
We've been here for about a month up here, haven't we? And there was a difference. So you can tell her that from me.
I will tell her. I'll let her know that you noticed the difference in her. But she's been doing this workout. Is it like a...
Oh, is it what's her face off EastEnders?
It's the one from the Newcastle Geordie Shore.
Really?
Yeah, one of those off of Geordie Shore. She's got a workout. Everyone on reality TV's got a workout, dude. But she's been doing it.
It's not a Davina one because she's got about 20, hasn't she? Davina McCall.
Yeah, she's got loads. But Liz took a picture of herself like a week before she started, and just in the week, the difference is just crazy. Like I've only lost half a pound. It's like, yeah, but you've lost a whole inch.
Yeah.
Like the muscle's heavier.
Yeah,
it's better to take pictures and to measure yourself. Don't weigh yourself if you're going from no exercise to exercise.
Yeah, I never used to take any notice of weight. It was all about losing girth.
Losing size, losing girth. Try not to lose too much girth.
Unfortunately, I've stopped exercising and now I have a job that I drive to work.
Yeah.
So I don't get any exercise.
You don't walk at all anymore.
I need to start getting on the exercise bike.
The way Liz did it, I don't know where you work or what it's like, but Liz used to, on her lunch break, she would go she would take a packed lunch,
Yeah.
and she would walk to a park that's like a mile or so away, eat, and then walk back. And even that just makes a bit of difference, getting the pulse going.
Yeah.
But yeah, every morning she's been posting it. She's doing it before work, so she's getting up at like 5 o'clock,
Wow.
5:30 to do these exercises before work. So Chloe's not there to disturb her. I'm at work or I'm in bed. But she's been posting on Facebook, and like people have said like, "Oh, you've inspired me to get off my arse and do it." And she did with me as well. I started exercising again, pushed it a bit too hard, really sore arms. But I told my training coach on this app, not an actual coach, just the app, that was really too hard. So next week, just brought it down a notch, just a little bit, just bring it down. But yeah, so she's doing really well. She's inspired other women, like her friends on Facebook, to do it. And I think that's kept her going. And taking the picture has kept her going. Usually she gives up.
Yeah.
But she's done it. Anyway, that's enough about Liz.
No, that's
but yes.
cool.
But sausage, beans, and bacon.
I was
sounds amazing.
It really ties into the healthy living.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
We'll
do that. We'll give that a go. It's the summer. Spring going on into summer. Everyone is out exercising, including the wasps.
Yeah.
That we keep finding dead wasps in the shed.
Yeah, we found 5 or 6 dead wasps in the shed. We've not been up here for 2 weeks, so, you know, that's...
It's not enough to worry too much about a nest, and we can't hear a nest.
No. I have banged about on the roof and the walls, and nothing has come swarming out. So.
Good. So today we have got wasps, and it's a nice day outside, so we've got aeroplanes as well again. They're back.
So watch out for those. I've just lost all of my all of the windows that I had open
your tabs.
on my computer. It just shut down the internet for some
That's
reason.
Cool. As you load those up, we've got more correspondence. Robbie sent us a few emails. So we've got one for episode 1.
Quite a few tweets, I must admit.
Oh, really? Yeah, so we've got episode 117, he commented on. Episode 118, which was the book club, I believe. 119 was the... Oh, which one was the... I don't know. We've got one for 117, one for 120. We've got a book club one to read on next week's episode.
Yeah.
And we've got tweets. But on episode 117, where we spoke about Daredevil, I believe it was, he said, very happy to hear us both talk about Daredevil series on Netflix.
Yeah.
After watching the first episode, I was immediately pulled in and watched the next 3 episodes. One of my friends from New York played the role of Santino, which was the guy... Which one was Santino?
I can only assume that he's one of the thugs.
Thrown off the roof or something, I should think. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, that must be weird.
I've got to go back and watch it, actually, just to find out exactly who that is.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, we've got like 5 episodes left. We're still taking it slowly but surely. It's too much on TV at the minute.
Yeah. Well, what with Game of Thrones and other things.
Yeah, he also said the latest Batman v Superman trailer didn't reveal much, and I think that's a good thing. The filmmakers have plenty of time to make better trailers and promos.
True.
There's always Star Wars to compete with. You don't compete with Disney, which you don't.
No.
Don't fight the mouse. But yeah, it again, like a lot of people said, it was a teaser, so it wasn't supposed to show you too much. But I think teasers are supposed to kind of get you interested, and I think I was just
not overly.
No, but hey. We'll see. We'll see when a proper trailer comes out. It'll probably be a lot better.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. It's going to be fine.
Again, we're going to enjoy it. Yeah. We're just not excited for it. We will like it. That's the thing. We're just not excited for it like we are for Star Wars and things like that.
Indeed. He also said that spoilers couldn't keep him away from anywhere but here last week because we spoiled the hell out of Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen Avengers 2, but hopefully I'll have time this week, so hopefully he can go. So he hadn't seen it, but he still listened to our show anyway. Yeah. Whether that's a good idea or not, maybe we'll lower your expectations. I
heard a really interesting thing on a podcast during the week that said that the way they thought about spoilers was, so what if you know what happens?
Yeah.
It's the journey to get to that point.
Yeah.
So I know that happens, but how do we get there? That's the important thing. It's the storytelling. It's not the end of the story.
That's right. And I mean, I've had things spoiled for me before that while I'm watching the film I forget about until they happen.
Because you're experiencing it.
The journey
and when it happens,
is so
you're like,
engrossing.
Maybe you're not as shocked, but...
Yeah, but at least, you know, it takes your mind off it. I remember the first time I had something majorly spoiled for me, which actually did ruin the film, was my friend Johnny Lim.
Yes.
He told me the end of Sixth Sense
before
I'd seen it, and that does kind of...
But
when
then
you know
you're
Bruce
looking out-
Willis is dead,
Yeah.
you're like, but no one's talking to him, so I know he's like.
But I think the thing is with Sixth Sense as well is when you're watching it and then you twist at the end and you're like, oh fuck, and then when you go back and watch it, then you can be like, oh yeah, I see how they did that.
Yeah.
That's really clever.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you haven't seen it and had the twist, you're probably like, oh yeah, well that's a giveaway.
Yeah.
Well that's a giveaway.
Yeah, it was a little.
You
bit
don't
annoying.
get the experience of. Yeah, no, I didn't have it spoiled, so I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I suppose that's one of those ones
that you need.
You need the first watch without the spoiler.
Most definitely.
So Robbie's email about the Avengers episode said it was a fantastic review of Avengers 2. I thought we just kind of read through
the script.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, it was. We gave our opinions and a lot of speculation of what's to come.
Yeah.
Speaking
of which, he said that he's going to miss Robert Downey Jr. when he can no longer play Iron Man after the Infinity Wars.
Yeah, that's his last one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Infinity Wars. He said he really enjoyed the breakdown of the film. So many of us has been waiting for. I can tell you guys liked it more than Weekly Geek Speak. I don't know how true that is. I think Weekly Geek Speak didn't spend as long on it.
No,
so they
that's
couldn't
true.
get
We
their opinions
devoted
across.
an entire episode to it, whereas they just had it in a section. Which
Yeah, I
is
think we're very much on
operate.
par with their view of it, where it kind of
Yeah.
was just what we wanted.
Yeah.
And no more. And there were a few bits that could.
And apparently our views were almost mirrored by Talk Nerdy to Me podcast. And he's instigated yet another
a team up.
We're
still working on the Tulu Screws team up.
Yeah, and Ridgecast.
And the Ridgecast team up. But that's been like 2 years,
2 years in the
making.
making. Yeah.
There's kind of a mashup coming soon.
Yeah.
We won't tell you much more.
And,
just subscribe to Ridgecast and you'll find out why.
Yeah, for their 100th episode.
Yeah.
Also, Andrew from Tulu Screws has got it into his head that through our dissection of the Marvel Universe last week, that in some way, shape or form, the events of Age of Ultron were going on before and after, or in the middle of... what's it called? The X-Men film.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Days of Future Past.
What did we say?
I'm not entirely
what we
sure.
said that instigated.
But I was just saying to him, like,
I can't remember why.
I think it was because we kind of introduced the idea of, like, what would it be like if Marvel also had the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and all that? Like, how much of a clusterfuck would it be?
Yeah. Like having all of those characters.
I think that got Andrew
thinking.
And that got his gears working.
Interestingly, actually, speaking of the X-Men being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, did you listen to the Patton Oswalt episode of Nerdchurch yet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was really enjoyable.
Did you catch the part where he said that Marvel are working really hard on getting the X-Men?
Yeah.
Nobody picked up. Has that been announced anywhere? Has that been said anywhere?
I've not heard it, but it wouldn't surprise me that they were.
It would make sense.
Because I listened to Fat Man on Batman this week as well,
yeah.
and Mark Bernardin was back in, and they just talked about all the trailers.
Who's Mark Bernardin?
He is a writer of sorts. At the moment, he writes for Playboy, I think.
Oh, really?
But he has been in the comics world as well. He's been in TV, writing on TV and things like that. He knows what he's talking about, and he's big into DC and Marvel. But he was saying about how there are always wranglings to get these...
of course, Marvel are going to try and get back all of their properties.
Yeah, which is why, obviously, there has to be a new film featuring Wolverine every 2 years, and there has to be a new...
He's only got one more left, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
It would be a shame for him not to be in
in the Marvel
universe
when they do eventually. They could do the Old Man Logan storyline though. That would be
quite good. He's been Wolverine since he was 26.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's 13 years or something.
It's crazy.
He's been playing one character for 13 years. Admittedly, he's done a lot of other things.
I like that picture of him though, where you see him in the first one, you see him in the latest one. How much
he's
buffer
changed.
he is now.
Yeah.
Like he's just got more and more fit as he's gone on. He's cool. I do like him. I do rate him.
And Dave at Wilbro Jr. 36 said that he agrees with our assessment of Ultron. They tried to put too much into one movie.
Yeah.
He also went on a bit of a trip of saying that, like, he's finding it slightly annoying with Marvel is that there isn't a standalone film anymore.
Yeah.
Like every single one is kind of setting up the next one. There's no third act in any of these films.
Yeah, and I did think about that when I saw that. I said, yeah, but that's how the comics work. They're all kind of interweaving stuff.
Yeah, it's
but there's not. There are standalone.
There are one-shot
alternate universe
and
stories.
That's the thing, isn't it?
But Marvel are phasing those out, aren't they? The alternate universes.
Yeah. So,
same way DC are. So it does seem, it would be cool to see a standalone, but are there any characters anymore that are standalone?
That's it. I mean, I said to him, the only ones that you could watch that are standalone really are the first Iron Man, even though that's left really open-ended at the end.
Yeah. Especially if you take into account the post-credit sequence. Yeah. Kind of sets up
exactly
a shared universe.
And that's the thing, like the Incredible Hulk is closed as well. But you've got the scene where Tony Stark comes in and talks about setting up the Avengers program.
Yeah, so it's a bit difficult to do standalone.
And Guardians of the Galaxy is possibly the only other one.
Because it's got Thanos in it.
Yeah, that's
and the Collector, which he's in other ones, so he kind of ties them in.
Yeah.
But I mean, all the Marvel films at the minute are ones that tie into the Avengers. There are other. The thing is, when you think of Marvel, you're thinking of like Spider-Man and X-Men, but they are all Avengers.
Yeah,
there are other. I think Marvel must publish other comics that aren't Avengers characters.
Well, yeah, you'd have thought so. But the thing is,
Captain
the Avengers,
Marvel, she's Avenger.
The Avengers are so wide, like it's almost like every Marvel character is an Avenger at some point.
Yeah,
and they can always be called up.
Yeah, it's. What are you going to do?
It's tough.
You can't do standalone really anymore.
No, it's all about franchising now, isn't it? And Marvel is a brand, and it's a whole franchise.
And actually, DC are doing the same thing. I said to you before we started about DC's Legends of Tomorrow. You didn't know what that was. That is... Now I'm confused because I'm not a DC, so I don't understand. But this Legends of Tomorrow is a new TV series they're working on, which is the Flash and the Arrow mashup.
Oh, right.
TV series, and then they're bringing in like Hawkgirl and Heatwave, I think, and like they're bringing in loads of other characters, and it's kind of like, oh, we're going to make you a team. It's like, it's Justice League.
Hold on. Yeah.
The only thing is there's no Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman, so you can't make them Justice League. Now, how they're essentially doing a Justice League TV series, and they're going to make Justice League films. And Flash and Arrow are going to be in the Justice League films as well, but they're going to have a TV series which is separate to the films.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work?
I don't know.
Unless they are bringing those characters in. Hawkgirl's going to be in it as well, who is quite a prominent figure in the Justice League. So that's a bit...
That is a bit strange.
Then they're kind of doing the alternate universe, I suppose.
Well, yeah, because they're saying that their TV output and film output are completely separate entities, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they're going.
Yeah, they're not bringing those two actors into the Justice League film.
No, the guy who plays the Flash and the guy who plays the Arrow.
They're casting other actors.
Yeah.
In those roles.
And that to me doesn't make any sense because Marvel are just killing it.
They're setting up
weaving
the
everything.
TV, but then again, you've got that issue with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers where some stuff doesn't make sense in the film unless you watch the TV series.
Yeah.
Whereas by separating the TV series and the films, DC are kind of avoiding that, aren't they?
Yeah, they're. I think they've got to set themselves apart because they can't be seen to copy exactly the way that Marvel are doing it. But
that's it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see because there's a Justice Society, isn't there?
Is there?
Yeah, Justice Society of America.
Oh, I didn't know that. And I know there's a Young Justice as well. Maybe that's what this is.
Well, this might be it, mightn't it? You know, from the looks of the front cover of this, you've got Hawkman.
Hawkgirl?
No.
Oh, Hawkman as well?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the Justice Society?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why won't it tell me who's in it?
Yeah, in this Legends of Tomorrow as well, you've got the Atom. So they're releasing a TV show with the Atom when Marvel are releasing a film with Ant-Man.
Yeah.
It's a bit...
Yeah, look, Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman, Sandman, Spectre, Dr. Fate, Hourman, Atom.
Yeah.
Superman, Batman, Starman, Wonder Woman, Wildcat,
the Justice
Black
Society.
Canary. Yeah.
That's the Justice League as well, though. Justice League is every DC hero, I think.
Yeah.
So confusing. I don't know. But it does look, actually, like watching the trailer, it looks really good. Like, I am interested in it as well. The Supergirl trailer, did you see that?
No, I've not. I don't get a lot of time to look at the internet anymore, if I'm quite honest with you.
Well, any internet that isn't engineering websites or technology websites. Yeah, well, the Supergirl trailer, a lot of people... I saw someone on Twitter didn't like it. They said, has this got to be some sort of SNL skit? Because it's very tongue-in-cheek chick flick type thing.
Right.
To me, it looks like it's definitely aimed at women.
Girls.
More girls.
Yeah.
Girls, women, more than men. Apart from the skimpy outfits with the nice looking lady. Because she starts out as Ally McBeal's sort of assistant. Not actually Ally McBeal, but you know what I'm saying. She's her assistant.
Okay.
But she knows she's Superman's cousin.
Right.
Like, not Ally McBeal. The girl knows she's Superman's cousin. She's very aware she's got powers. Her adopted sister, I think she is, kind of knows as well. But she's telling her, this is what you want to be normal. And then she has to become Supergirl at some point.
Yeah, something forces
So it's
her.
kind of like an empowering thing. But it looks really good. I like it. I think it looks really good.
I'll have
Chloe
to give
likes
it a look at some point.
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures from the Suicide Squad set?
From the set? Yes, the
pictures of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago, yeah.
Or was it? I don't know.
I think, that's not... Sorry. Yeah, that was a few weeks ago. That's not Harley Quinn. I'm sorry.
No.
She looks great. She's got no arse. Margot, she's got no arse.
She's got not much of anything.
No, she's got tight clothes. She's... No.
No.
No. Sorry, DC.
No, I'm not into it.
You're not doing it for me. I like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, but that ain't it.
That's not Harley Quinn.
They're trying to do
probably
a
is
version.
a version.
They're probably trying to do a version from the Arkham games, really, aren't they? That's what they seem to be.
I don't think
but
she
she's not even.
She looks like Harley Quinn to Jared Leto's Joker, who doesn't look like Joker.
Yeah, I suppose. And they've got a guy playing Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Which just looks like the Thing from Fantastic Four from a few years ago.
Yeah.
Not even the new one. He looks like the old one.
I don't know. It'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
They just don't look...
I'm not bothered about that film, though.
The way the Suicide Squad and the way they're kind of going is they're like the Fox X-Men thing where they just completely change the outfits. Unless there is a version of Harley Quinn that looks like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just playing dumb because I don't read DC that much.
No. Oh, well.
I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. Legends of Tomorrow looks interesting. Supergirl looks interesting.
I'll have to look at these trailers at some point.
I'm not excited by them. They're not things I'm going to make time to watch.
No.
But they're things that I probably would enjoy if I watched them.
We've been watching a lot of old John Hughes films.
Yeah.
Because Joe is a big fan of John Hughes and I've never watched any of them.
Yeah.
Except for Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
That's fantastic.
I love that. Some of the National Lampoon's ones, Uncle Buck. Actually, I have watched a few John Hughes.
Yeah, Uncle
but
Buck.
I've not watched the cult ones.
Uncle Buck is one of my favourite films. I absolutely love that film. Planes, Trains and Automobiles is really good. Lampoon, I don't think I've ever seen any of them. No. I need to watch Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, they are good.
Because people keep
films.
talking about the Christmas Vacation.
And Home Alone, the first one, I think is John Hughes as well.
Love that.
Which Joe can't stand for some reason.
I love Home
Yet
Alone.
likes films like Weird Science, which we watched the other day and I just couldn't get into.
I've not seen the film. I used to watch the TV series and I enjoyed it because I was young.
Yeah.
And that was who was aimed at, young. I've never seen the film.
The film just didn't... Oh, bless you. The film just didn't do anything for me, really. Yeah. Like, the only decent thing about the whole film was Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
Who plays the obnoxious older brother.
And we're far too removed from it now, though.
Maybe,
like,
yeah,
technology-wise.
But that said, I really enjoyed Pretty in Pink.
Yes.
And The Breakfast Club, and also Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah. They're supposed to be fantastic.
However, she didn't like Fast Times, whereas I really did.
Oh. I've never seen Breakfast Club.
No.
Which is blasphemous, I suppose,
I hadn't
isn't it?
until this year, earlier on this year.
Yeah.
Or the end of last year. Like I say, I've seen the big ones, like Home Alone, like Planes, Trains.
Yeah.
Like that. But she doesn't like those as much as the cult ones.
Right.
And I'd not seen the cult ones.
Odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, those films, they do just connect somewhere, like with the eternal adolescent.
Nostalgia.
The eternal adolescent in
Yeah.
you, I suppose. Pretty in
Yeah.
Pink's supposed to be quite good. I think my sister loves that film. I don't know if I've ever watched it all.
It is good. It's all right.
Yeah. What was I listening to the other day? Nerdist, and they had the guy from one of the guys from Pretty in Pink, the one who was in 2.5 Men. What's his name? John something?
I can't remember the
I haven't
name
got
of
my
the
phone, it's over there. Yeah, he's the one who played Charlie Sheen's brother in it. He played a geeky dude, I think. Have we found it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Keeps talking.
It's not
keep
important,
talking.
is it? It's not important.
No.
I'm sure his
But
name's
what
John.
was he, what
John
was he
something.
saying?
No, it was just on Nerdist that I didn't realise that he was in
Yeah.
Pretty in Pink. They were saying
As
about Pretty in
was-
Pink, and I was listening to the voice. I was like, is that the main guy from Pretty in Pink?
Yeah.
Doesn't quite sound like him. Kind of sounds like him.
As was James Spader.
And then they mentioned 2.5 Men. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know which one that is now. Oh, what is this? This is bugging me.
I'm almost there.
But yeah, he was in it. He plays like a geeky, nerdy dude. Apparently, he always used to. He was part of the Brat Pack without realising it.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't quite as big as like Estevez and people like that, but he said he must be part of the Brat Pack because he had a phone call from someone who was writing a book about them. Rush.
Well.
Never mind. John Cryer?
Yeah, John Cryer. Well done.
It was right there. As you
Yeah.
spotted it.
Yeah.
I knew it was something. Yeah.
But yeah, we've been watching through all of those, and I'd never seen. What was the other one? Oh fuck! I was going to talk about it, and now I've done this, and I've got Pretty in Pink in
Distracted
front of me.
ourselves. One of his other films. Was it one you watched the other night?
Yeah, like literally this week.
I don't know. I would help, but I don't know John Hughes films. I don't
See,
know
I
titles
always
of
thought
things.
you were. Maybe it's Corky who was the
Corky's
big,
the film buff, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
big into John Hughes
Yeah.
a lot. Big into John Hughes a lot? Was that kind of a redundant statement there? I think it may have been. Now we're both looking.
Oh, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
yeah,
of
I'd
course.
never seen that. And
I have a long time ago.
Yeah.
A very long time ago.
Yeah, there were parts of it that were alright, but overall I wasn't really wowed by it. I mean, again, I think it's that whole thing of, you know,
Wow.
being a bit far removed from it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it a very long time ago. It's one of those, one of the films that Liz absolutely loves.
Yeah.
Was Legend,
Okay.
which I'd never seen.
Is Legend the one with Tom Cruise?
Yes, Tom Cruise
Yeah.
and the villain, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry
Yeah.
is the villain. He's the
We're
bad guy.
doing really well at remembering
Fuck's
names.
sake,
And
it's terrible. But I'd never seen it. Liz absolutely loved it, and she said, "Oh, it's like the Labyrinth. I love Labyrinth," and it's one of the Jim Henson type films.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I watched it, and I was like, "That was terrible."
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where if you experienced it as a child,
Yeah. Then you're
The-
always
your
going to
love
have
for
that
it
nostalgia.
it's eternal. So I
Yeah,
love the
yeah.
Labyrinth. Like if somebody watched Labyrinth now that had never seen it, they
Yeah.
probably wouldn't think much of it.
Yeah.
But because I saw it as a child,
And Never-Ending Story. I think that.
Never-Ending
See, that's
Story.
another thing.
I don't know. I think that one holds up even if you've never seen it.
Yeah.
I think.
That said, I haven't watched it in a while.
I suppose if you're a certain age, if you watch it as an adult, kind of like the Goosebumps books.
Yeah.
Like Chloe loves. She watched Never-Ending Story and she was engrossed.
Right. Okay.
Especially the Artax in the pit.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
didn't like that.
No.
She had to walk out when that was on.
Right.
I think everyone has to walk out when
It's
that part's
scary.
on. It's so sad.
Mm.
But yeah, But I think maybe the John Hughes films are a bit like that because you never saw Ferris Bueller when you were younger. It's probably not as good. And I keep trying to watch it. When I see it, I say, "Oh, let's
Yeah.
watch Ferris Bueller," and it's like,
He's
I
a-
don't know if I'm going to enjoy it as much.
He's just a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
Like the thing that really, really put me off is the fact that he effectively forced his best friend to take his dad's prize Ferrari out for a day, and he gave him absolutely no choice. He was going to steal it if his friend wasn't coming along anyway.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you're a dick.
Yeah.
It didn't endear him to me.
No.
Because the friend really didn't want him to take the car out, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're supposed to like characters, and maybe it's just being older though, and kind of looking at it and going, "You're nasty. You're not a nice person. You're going to get your friend into
also
trouble."
Like the Goosebumps books, they're written for a certain age range,
yes.
and once you get older,
and we aren't them.
You don't
we
appreciate
aren't that, age
that kind of
yeah
behaviour anymore.
Yeah, we'd probably, if we were younger, you'd probably look at it and be like, "Yeah, I'd get my mate to do that if his dad had a Ferrari."
Yeah,
like.
You're taking the day off school. You can do what you want.
It's also, I suppose, a regional thing as well. Like
Maybe.
One of those rich people in, goes to one of those fame schools or something like that. So they've got loads of money. And,
yeah, maybe.
If we wreck my dad's Ferrari, we'd just buy him a new one. Sort of, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to watch it and see what happens.
Another one that we watched the other night was one that her dad gave us because we bought this soundbar for the TV.
Oh, okay.
A few weeks ago.
You always do that. As soon as you get new speakers, you're like, let's watch the loudest films we can watch. That's what I did. I connected my speakers, watched Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the first thing we watched to it was the last in the Hobbit films.
Oh, okay. Oh, was that out now?
Battle of Five Armies, yeah.
Oh, we'll have to look out
it
for
was
that. Yeah.
It was what it was. It was loud. It was a 3-hour action scene.
Yeah, it was the end of the Hobbit series.
The script for it was probably about 5 pages long. There was no dialogue.
Oh, really?
At all.
Oh, Jesus.
It was in a virtually 3-hour film. There was very little dialogue.
Now they didn't get rid of Smaug. Would they get rid of him at the end of? No, they didn't get rid of him at the end of number 2, which they should have.
It was the desolation of Lake Town.
Yes,
because the desolation of Smaug, even though it meant he was alone, there was we had some controversy over the word desolation, didn't we?
Yeah. But so I imagine he doesn't last long in the third one.
No, they dispatch him in the first
quickly.
15 minutes.
Ridiculous. Why not just do that at the end of the second one?
Because it brings people back in to watch the third one, because let's face it, the dragon is all that you're there to watch.
Plus it gets Benedict Cumberbatch an extra paycheck, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Records it in the same session, but it's 2 films, so I want 2 paychecks, please. He deserves it.
But we watched a film, it's a documentary actually, called It Might Get Loud.
Right.
And it's basically this documentary maker got Jimmy Page, Jack White and The Edge in a room to talk about guitaring.
Oh, okay. I bet
it's
that
quite
was
interesting.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Because you got 3 completely different musicians, all with their own sound.
Yeah.
And their own way of producing things.
Well, Edge.
The Edge plays one note and the box plays 17.
The rest, yeah.
But it's quite interesting the way that he literally sets up a guitar per song. Like he has a complete setup per song.
Yeah.
That they do. But he was quite interesting in that he has this really meticulous thing about sound.
Yeah, there's
Jack White I love because he can just basically at the very beginning he makes a guitar out of a piece of wire and a bit of wood and some nails.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
No.
I appreciate he's talented. I just think it seems pretentious to me. The same way Edge seems kind of pretentious in that he's meticulous about his sound. Just fucking play it. Jack White, just play a guitar. You've got plenty of guitars. People build guitars. You don't need to get a wire and a box to make it sound dirgy and horrible.
Yeah, but like he doesn't actually play that. He does have quite a few
just built
proper
it.
guitars.
Look what I can do.
Yeah,
I'm not going to play it.
Yeah.
But look what I can do.
He was like, why'd you need to go and buy a guitar? Just that through an amp.
No. I'm not big on Jack White. I quite like the White Stripes as well.
Yeah.
I'm just not big on his. I appreciate he's great. He's talented. He writes good music. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. I think he's great.
I've not seen a lot of him, like interview wise. It's just.
But yeah, I mean, he's very, very intense.
Of course he is.
But,
sorry.
No. But like any guitarist is up their own arse and pretentious. I fail to think of a single one.
Me. I'm not a professional guitarist though.
No, exactly. That's the thing, isn't it? You know.
Maybe that's why. Maybe I wasn't
when
my
you
own
get
arse enough.
when you
Says
get
me
to a stage.
sitting here slagging off Jack White.
Yeah,
I wasn't up my
precisely.
own arse
No.
enough. I'm not pretentious. Fucking
At the end of the
arsehole.
day, anyone who plays an instrument or is in a band in any particular,
You need an attitude.
you have an attitude and you have an ego,
Yeah.
and you don't want anyone else to succeed, which is why it's so weird in this whole podcasting community that people
That's so
actually
all encompassing.
Yeah.
Accepting, open. No,
generally.
It's not even that. I don't know what it is with Jack White. There's just something about him rubs me up the wrong way.
Right.
He's just one of those ones that gets to me, and I've got no good reason not to like him. He just
There's something about him. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I have respect for certain people who I think are completely pretentious arseholes as well. You know, you can respect the talent of certain people, but you don't necessarily have to like them.
No, I don't know.
As much as you can enjoy the songs of the White Stripes,
But not like the people.
yeah,
Exactly. Like John Bon
because-
Jovi's a dick, but I love Bon Jovi. I love Bon
precisely.
Jovi.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Meg White is shit, but if she was a good drummer,
Yeah.
the White Stripes would be rubbish. I think
Because
it's,
she try and put too much into it.
yeah.
But is she a shit drummer, or
well,
did just
that's it,
Jack
or
White
was
say,
it
no,
just-
you've got to be shit
Well,
so
no,
I can be
because
good?
in this documentary, he basically said the White Stripes were built around Meg and her metronomic playing.
So she's responsible for their sound.
Yeah,
So he's not the genius. She
weirdly,
is. Yeah.
the girl who plays like a metronome
The girl who
is-
plays a bass drum, a snare, and a hi-hat.
all at the same time.
Yeah. Dish, dish, dish. That's it. Oh, great. I don't know.
But it was really, really good documentary.
Yeah.
And it kind of ended with them playing. Oh, what is going on today? Why is it that I can't think of words today? Take a load off, Annie.
Oh, okay.
It-
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that.
Oh right. It doesn't matter then.
But, I probably would know if I heard it. It's just
Yeah.
one of those. If we played it, I'd probably go, "Oh yeah, I know that song." There was probably a very
but
poignant
basically
reason.
they were all they all kind of were talking about, like, Jimmy Page was a session musician from the age
Yeah.
of about 16.
Yeah.
Like, he'd played guitar from a very early age and kind of bounced around and then got into a few pop bands and did a lot of touring and then was like, fuck this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this anymore. And so he went to art college
Yeah.
to be an artist, and there he met Jimmy Page, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Was it a Netflix document? Oh no, you said this one in
No, it was
Joe's dad linked you.
it possibly is on Netflix. I don't know.
Yeah, Netflix is just fantastic for documentaries. Like the Atari Game Over, I keep meaning to watch. There's the video game film that I need to watch. Man on a Wire. If you haven't watched that, watch that. That's incredible. Is it Over the Edge, the Golden Gate Bridge one?
Yes, the one
Yeah.
about the guys who, the guys.
That's two
committing
mentions of an
suicide.
edge
Mm.
recent at the minute.
And do you know what he did this week?
Yeah,
Speaking of the
yeah,
edge,
that was weird.
he fell off the edge of the stage.
Oh my god! If you haven't seen the video, we'll put it on the blog.
Yeah, because there's no point playing it because you
how?
can't hear it happen. Well, it's an odd shaped stage.
You do hear it. You do hear a thunk.
Yeah, but it's not worth actually playing.
It's not
the,
enough to warrant
no,
playing it. But no, it's not. It was like most big bands do. I've seen the Foo Fighters do. Where you have the stage and then you have a big walkway
and
leading
then
to a
there's
platform
big
in the middle.
platform. Yeah, I mean, it's
And
not.
he was just walking back towards the stage. Down this long platform. He was on the little platform. It was along the walkway to the stage.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he was walking to an angle.
Yeah, but he's looking up.
Yeah, maybe that is it. He's just walking, and then it just, like a sack of
Just
shit,
disappears.
just drops off the edge. What the hell? I don't understand how he managed to do that.
I don't know.
Senile old bastard, isn't he? Just playing. Well, I don't think he was playing. I think he had played his note and was walking while the delay took the rest of the song to the end.
Yeah, he'd played that one note that lasts for the next 30 seconds through the reverbs.
It just plays.
My favourite thing is the Bill Bailey sketch.
Yes.
About the catastrophic.
Oh, that's so clever.
The catastrophic technical failure at a U2 gig. That's another good one to look up.
And he's playing it like he's playing this, and it sounds like a U2 song, and then the delay fails, and he's playing
Jingle Bells,
or something. Yeah, Bill Bailey's genius when it comes to music and things.
But yeah, so on Instagram, the next night he put out a picture saying, "Didn't see the edge. I'm okay though," and he's got his arm held up. He's got a really, really long, nasty-looking graze all down the inside of his forearm.
Yeah, because it was actually.
But he's also holding a glass of champagne in the picture, so he can't be that.
Yeah, it's his trailing arm, because the trailing arm, the fretting hand, and the neck of the guitar hit the edge of the walkway. Hurt the edge of the walkway as he went down. Oh, what a stupid name.
But apparently,
I don't like people today. Apparently,
no, you're on one today, aren't you? But like, he has no edge. That's the big. That's the big thing about the Edge, isn't he? He's not the edgiest guitarist.
Very straightforward.
He's really fucking boring. But apparently, it's not the first time any of them have fallen over. Bono has dived off stages quite a lot, by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
He fell backwards off a stage at a Miami concert in 2001. Slipped off a rainy stage in Washington DC in 1987.
The thing is, they do gig a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
U2. That's the thing. So there's ample opportunity for them to just hit the floor.
Yeah. He also fell over in 1983 in Germany trying to climb a barricade. As you do.
Yeah, why not?
Do you remember there was that metal band? Was it Amen? With the guy who used to climb up the stacks.
Yes.
And climb into the light rigging and stuff and then throw himself off the top of the stage.
Yeah, jumps. Yeah, crowd surfing.
What was his name? Casey Chaos or something, wasn't
it? Yeah, it must. It's crazy. I've seen... probably not quite as hardcore. Fall Out Boy I went with Liz, and Pete Wentz he's a fucking nutter, that guy.
Really?
Yeah, he does the same sort of, he climbed up on the stacks, like the speaker stacks at the side of the stage, and jumped into the crowd.
Right.
At a Fall Out Boy concert.
Okay.
Because Fall Out Boy started as a proper pop punk band, but like a harder pop punk band.
Yeah. Their early stuff is actually quite a lot harder.
Yeah. He dives off a stage because he's the front man.
Yeah.
He's not the singer, but he's the front man.
He's the bassist, isn't he?
Yeah. He writes a lot of the music.
Yeah.
Patrick Stump does do the vocals and lyrics, but yeah, Pete Wentz is definitely the guy who talks to the crowd and gets everyone riled up. But he jumps off of the stage and things like that. But yeah, not quite as hardcore as Amen, but...
No. I just... It was something that I remember.
Yeah, people aren't allowed to do that anymore, though.
No, because it's too rock and roll.
It's ridiculous.
Because of course the whole thing is like Jack White and Jimmy Page.
I don't know. You said Jimmy Page originally.
Yeah. Who's the other one?
Who's the other one? Oh God, we've lost.
I don't know what the hell's going on with me today.
I've been like this for the last couple of days, where I can't think of words.
I honestly don't know what's going on with me today. I really don't. I can only apologise to everyone out there, and I Why can't I think of the members of Led Zeppelin?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I'm going. I'm here. Where are we? Past members: Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Bonham.
It was Jimmy Page. Yeah, because Robert Plant's the lead singer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Page is the guitarist. Yeah.
That's what I mean. You said Jimmy Page earlier and was quite confident with it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what's going on today. Jesus Christ. Should we just not put this out?
No, it's fine. You were right.
Yeah, Jimmy Page and Jack White, very steeped in blues.
Yeah.
And music lost another, like, fucking
Take
hell.
a moment, compose yourself. You're working yourself up, making it even worse for yourself.
Yeah. Blues music just lost an absolute legend this week in B.B. King.
Yes.
Died at the age of 89. Just very sad, really.
Yeah.
Lots of obituaries from everyone, from like Eric Clapton right through to...
He put a video,
The
Eric
Edge.
Clapton, didn't he? I didn't...
Yeah, he did, yeah. I can't play it.
No,
on
I
this
didn't watch
laptop,
it
but-
anyway, but I saw he put a video out. But yeah, I saw a post on Reddit that made me laugh, which said something. Honestly, there is a reason. Sorry, I'm not being disrespectful. Something like, "Oh yeah, terrible news about BB King," but I suppose some good to see in it. Some good news is that people will be putting out amazing tributes to him, like on YouTube and things. People doing tributes and covers like really well. It said, worst news is there will be lots of terrible tributes as well.
Yeah.
Like, but it made me laugh at the time. Going to be honest, along with other people at work, wasn't sure he was still alive anyway.
Right.
Like, in no disrespectful way, but you didn't hear a lot about.
No, I mean, he was still playing. That's the thing. He still used to play a lot. I mean, he had to play.
I'm sure I saw him in
sitting
Jules
down.
Holland like a couple of years ago as well. So I should have known he was still alive, but I wasn't sure. When he died, I was like, oh, did he not?
I think there are just a few people who you kind of imagine aren't anymore, you know. I mean, he was 89, and it was a diabetes-related illness that he'd been battling for a while. But you know, he's got obituaries here from like Lenny Kravitz, Richie Sambora, Ringo Starr,
anyone,
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie's a guitarist, isn't he? He's in a folk band.
He's got his own kind
band.
kind of bluesy.
Yeah, so Hugh Laurie, as weird as it seems, is actually a musician.
Will Young.
Well, a lot of people don't know who he is.
And Jules Holland.
Will Young was the first Pop Idol winner.
Yes.
In the UK.
Yeah.
And he did it right. He released the song that they made him release, and then he fucked off for 2 years and wrote an album that was actually quite good. Yeah. By all accounts. And he performed it and was really good.
And he's still going.
And he is
very low level
acting, and he's quite a good actor as well.
Yeah.
So
good on him.
He's doing it right. He's got he's not a smash. He's not, up there.
No,
like,
not at all.
But he's very steadily going and is quite comfortable with what he's doing. And controversy back then, he was gay.
Oh yeah.
Well, he is.
That was
gay.
a big thing, wasn't it?
It came as a shock when he announced that. Yeah.
But yeah, just very sad because he's one of the original kind of Delta blues. He's one of the links to the origins, really.
He's extremely influential.
Oh, incredibly.
In blues music and music in general. Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, all rock music generally comes from blues.
Blues, yeah.
You know, he's basically the grandfather of all music because let's face it, rap doesn't exist without rock music to sample. No,
that's where rap started with just sampling rock and blues and all that sort of thing. So yeah.
Grandfather of music.
Yeah.
Unfortunately passes.
I don't know where I was going to go. So we're talking about people we hated on the back of BB King, who everyone should love. I saw this morning, and I've just looked, as we've come here, I've loaded something up, and this is from a while ago, but there's another change.org petition to get Kate Hopkins kicked off of Twitter.
Oh, really?
Because she's using it for bullying. There was like 1,000 supporters in 2 days or something. So go to change.org, look for Kate Hopkins, sign every petition you can.
Yeah.
She hasn't done anything recently particularly bad that I've heard of.
No.
Just we need to keep it on the forefront of your minds.
She's gone very quiet.
This is a horrible person.
We've not found any Katie Hopkins stories for a while, have we?
No, because she hasn't got a documentary to promote.
Oh, yeah, good point.
She's probably working on the next thing, and then we'll hear about her again in a few months when she's got a new book or TV show coming out.
Point. More people who are
this is a hate-filled episode.
Disgusting. North Korean mentalist Kim Jong-un.
Oh, of course.
Executed his defense chief Hyun Yong-chol.
Hang on. Did I see something that said that wasn't true?
Well, this is it. We're not entirely sure what the hell has happened, really.
Because I thought I saw something that said he didn't kill him.
Apparently he'd shown disloyalty towards Kim Jong-un, but then that could mean anything.
This is one of those weird things. There's a report saying he did kill him, and then they released a statement saying they didn't.
No, we haven't.
Sorry?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We didn't do that.
But no one really knows what's gone on. That's the thing. because there is this air of mystery surrounding it, because nothing comes out of North Korea.
Unless they let it.
Yeah. So it's strange.
I mean, can we just put this out there? He might not have killed him.
Yeah.
He's killed someone.
Someone's dead.
Someone in North Korea died because they did something he didn't like.
I mean, apparently a couple of weeks ago as well, there was a reported execution of 15 senior officials as well, including 2 vice ministers who had challenged Mr. Kim over his policies, and members of an orchestra.
Members of an orchestra?
Yeah.
How
that
odd.
doesn't make any sense, that sentence. Among them were 2 vice ministers who had challenged Mr. Kim over his policies and members of an orchestra, the South's National Intelligence Agency said at the time. So they challenged him over his policies and members of an orchestra. What does that even mean?
Why did you let him? Why is he first violin?
This is the BBC.
Really?
So it's not just us who are struggling with words this morning.
What is English? Okay.
Oh, God.
Odd. Executions. This is working really well.
Go for it.
I will start this. After multiple reports this is from Mashable UK. After multiple reports that a player was using hacks to easily win player versus player battles in Guild Wars 2.
Oh, I saw this.
Game maker AreaNet came to the only logical conclusion: execution. Have you watched the video?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. So
I kept seeing it at work, and I couldn't bring myself to watch it because
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the way the article talks about it is really cool, but when you watch it, it's a video game. So this involved public stripping and forced suicide for the character within the game. Behind the scenes, AreaNet was deleting the character completely, along with the hacker's other accounts from the server. That sounds quite terrible, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But when you watch the video, all they're kind of doing, they are controlling the character. They bring up his inventory, just click, take the clothes off of the character, like by clicking.
Oh, right.
It's not like this character is just, they haven't animated it. They just kind of like unequip.
Right.
They take him up to the top of a tower. He does an emote. He waves at the camera, and then he just drops off the end. So he drops off and dies, and they log out, and then they just delete his account.
Oh, right.
With all his characters. Yeah, apparently he was using teleporting, dealing impossible amounts of damage, and then escaping harm, all in ways that couldn't have been possible in Guild Wars 2. So people don't take hackers. They don't like hackers. Like if you get reported and they and the game makers actually witness it, or they see it, they would take you out. Yeah, they take this character, took all his clothes off, and then jumped off. It's funny. It's really funny. If you, I mean, these are links. I'm keeping the tabs open today so we can easily put them in the blog. But it's funny. Another thing where like the makers of games came in and did something quite funny is I read it again. I saw somebody signed up to Minecraft years ago when it first started with an account, and then they couldn't log into their account. Apparently Mojang, the creators of Minecraft, deleted his account for some reason.
Right.
So he started a new account called Mojang Sucks Dick. And he's had that account for years.
Right.
And then he logged in the other day and found that his username had been changed to No We Don't.
Amazing.
Like he's taking screenshots of it. So like someone in there came and changed his, so No We Don't. And now that's his name. His login on Minecraft is No We Don't.
Quite cool.
And the guy who did it, the community guy who did this to his account, actually commented on Reddit with just a smiley face. Like, yeah, we did that to you. And then someone asked why they did it. Were you looking for anything related to Mojang and deleting or changing? And he said, no, we were actually looking for someone who had been reported with the name something to do with Sucks Dick.
Right.
So we were looking for that, and we came across this one. So we thought we'd change it. And like the guy whose account was changed saw the funny side of it, and really likes it.
That's
so
fair enough,
it's really
isn't it?
cool. Like they can just go in and change your account like that. And he said like we've had much worse usernames, and he showed proof of one. And there was someone who's got an account on Minecraft, and the username is Rape Cures Autism.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You gotta be some sick bastard to come up with that name.
Yeah. That's not normal.
That's not at all, is it? So yeah, I don't think Mojang Sucks Dick
Not quite as
Not
bad.
quite as bad. But yeah,
No.
this guy had an account called Rape Cures Autism.
Well.
It's a bit Jenny McCarthy's wiping her forehead, isn't she?
Yeah. That takes the heat off slightly.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know where to go after that, if I'm quite honest with
Well,
you.
looking at the time, we don't really need to go anywhere else.
Fair enough.
I don't think so. Any comments you might have on anything we've spoken about today, please do take note of the contact details in the intro, email, Twitter. Get in touch. Let us know.
That stuff.
Next week is going to be our second episode
Yes.
of the ABH Book Club. Hashtag
Indeed.
ABH Book Club, I think, was started, wasn't
Yeah.
it, by somebody on Twitter?
Yeah, I think someone did start that. So let's continue.
We'll
with
take that. Hashtag ABH Book Club. We are reading the second in the Night of the Living Dummy trilogy.
Indeed.
Night of the Living Dummy 2. Funnily enough. Get reading if you haven't already done so. It'll be next week. I've read it. Tom's read it.
Yep.
And
we're just about to do the...
Yeah, let us know what you think. Get in touch. We will read your comments and stuff on the next episode of the ABH Book Club, which will be the end of June.
Yes.
And it will be Night of the Living Dummy 3, I should think.
Yeah, we might as well complete the trilogy, mightn't we?
Yeah, and then in a few months we might get the new Night of the Living Dummy that he's written.
Yeah, maybe.
Last year or the year before.
The really... the hotly awaited
eagerly
return
anticipated
to the Living Dummy series.
I think that might be what it's called. Return of the Living Dummy.
Yeah, it might well be. I don't know.
So get in touch with us. Let us know what you think of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
So watch out for you.
I don't want to do the outro. You've got to do it. I can't do it. I started to. Yeah, look out for any funny usernames on games you play or something.
Yeah.
Let us know.
And don't just...
Yeah.
It sickens me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for anyone but here this week, I can only apologise for my poor showing this week. I will return to my...
Basically, you've come down to my level when it comes to trying to find words.
Don't know what's
I
happened.
don't mean to
this
insult
week.
you like that.
No. Don't. Stop insulting yourself.
Self-deprecation.
This happens every now and then.
Yes.
It has happened before. It will happen again. But hopefully not for another 100 or so episodes.
It's what happens when you read R.L. Stein. You get shit with words.
This is exactly what it is. That's probably the reason. But I'll be better next week. So will Anne, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So until then, enjoy. There we go again. Enjoy next week's ABH Book Club.
Yes.
And for episode 121, thank Christ we're at the end of it. I have been Tom.
I've been Ant.
Bye.
Bye.